Could Thunder Force stars Melissa McCarthy and Bobby Cannavale be Hollywood's next great comedy team? Well, if their work together on this new superhero action comedy is any indication, we can look forward to McCarthy's and Cannavale's names gracing the same movie posters for many years to come. Cannavale's first film with McCarthy came in the 2015 action comedy blockbuster Spy. 5 years later, the duo reunited to play the lead roles in the comedy romance Super Intelligence, directed by McCarthy's real-life husband, Ben Falcone. 6 months after that, Cannavale and McCarthy returned yet again with Thunder Force, with an added bonus. Falcone is at the helm of this comedy too, and plays a small role himself.
There he is. It's looking better.
As Cannavale explained, he couldn't be happier to work with McCarthy and Falcone again.
I'm crazy about them. And, we just finished a job together, Melissa and I, in Australia about 3 months ago. So it'll be 4 times now that we've worked together. It's not often you get to work with people that you like and then re-team with them again. Sometimes you don't ever get to work with your, sometimes you never have a career like that.
In Thunder Force, Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer played Lydia Berman and Emily Stanton, 2 childhood friends who reunite years after a rift led them to go their separate ways. As the two begin to reconnect as adults before their 25-year high school reunion, Lydia discovers that Emily became a world-renowned scientist looking to create a formula to make ordinary people become superheroes, since the only people with powers in their world are of the decidedly criminal persuasion.
I finally finished the work my parents started. I was going to find a way to stop the miscreants. I was going to become a super person.
Whoa. However, Emily is forced to test her years in the making formula much earlier than she hoped when Lydia is accidentally injected with it and gives herself super strength. Having no choice but to test the effectiveness of another formula, Emily gains the superpower of invisibility and pairs with her old friend to form a team they call Thunder Force.
You're about to be Thunder Force.
Meanwhile, Cannavale stars in Thunder Force as William the King Stevens, a Chicago mayoral candidate who underhandedly attempts to use his powers to sway the election.
Anyway, you're changing the narrative of the election here, and I can't have that.
And while McCarthy and Cannavale are playing the opposite ends of the spectrum in Thunder Force as superhero and supervillain, their working relationship couldn't be any closer. That's partly because they've been working together for years. In fact, Cannavale's longtime partner Rose Byrne had also worked with McCarthy on Bridesmaids 4 years prior to Spy.
Melissa and I and Ben and I met when we were doing Spy years ago with My Lady with Rose. And we all Rose had worked with her, of course, in Bridesmaids. So we had a very easy rapport from the beginning. And I feel really excited about that they, we have a little company that we work with together. There are many people in the movie, actually, that they've worked with on separate occasions. And that's always a nice thing because it is very rare in a business that really is a business that you get to give your friend a call and say, hey, do you want to come and play with us? And that's literally what Ben and Melissa do.
With such an ideal working relationship, could there be a day when they all eventually live under one big roof with a studio adjacent to the house?
You joke, but actually, I think that is what Melissa would like. And that is what Melissa and Ben have kind of gotten with their obviously with their work relationship. They've worked together so many times. And like I said, they've been forming this company as they go along, a real acting company. And even the crew is the same. There's a camera operator, Casey, that has worked on every movie with those guys. And so you get to work and it really is a fun place to go to work.
Hopefully, we'll get to see them in many films together. But for now, don't miss McCarthy and Cannavale in Thunder Force.
You hardly ever get that chance.
Thanks for watching. Click the links in our video to watch more from Netflix Film Club. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest exclusive videos. Plus, hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.